Hello, Jake Like here, gaming lawyer at your service. We are back with the Great Ace Attorney. Uh, yep. Again, I totally forgot what's happening, but I know the case is ending soon. So, hope so. It's been what, hours and hours of this, just of these rooms, going up and down, no, I mean, in and out, in and out. All right, without further ado, let's continue. So, Mr. Naruhodo, your assistance, if you please. With what exactly, Mr. Sholmes? With observation, my dear fellow, just as I say, of these two prevaricators. Observation? If you remember, Mr. Naruhodo, we know that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? By tampering with the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. What we are looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened. Precisely. You are delightfully quick to grasp my meaning. Alright, I'll see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazuma died. Trace of something. Left ear. What? Left ear. Right ear. Oh, what's this? Princess! Ink stain. Seaman Stroganoff. You seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there. Eh? Yes, I don't know where the dirt comes from. So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain. What are you trying to say? It would appear that the significance of this stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Allow us to make it plain. It's a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform. And I think what made it is clear. Indeed it is. So, Mr. Naruhodo, present the evidence that proves it. My pleasure. Alright then, the evidence that proves what stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform really is. It's C. No, I'm not gonna make that joke. I guess it's this. I think it's only that. Unless it's this, it can't be this. So I'm gonna present this. Review C. Review C. Oh yeah. Oops. Oops. Return to question. What's scarf mark made with shoe found? Wait, ink. Ink. This ink. Is it? Are we talking about this ink? Wait, purple? Purple stain. Purple stain. Purple stain. Purple stain. Where have seen purple stain? Let's find out. Let's find out, right? Can't be here. Can't be this. I mean, the bell's purple colored. Is it really the purple stain? How about this? Can't see anything. Purple ink. All right. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm super dumb. It says purple ink there. Yes, it's this photograph and the ink it shows. It's what caused the stain on your uniform. Ink? A rather unusual color of ink. Purple. Ugh. Ah, the penny drops at last. Now you see the significance. The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body was written in purple ink. No. And the stain on the back of your uniform is ink of the exact same color. If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform that way. Which means you must have been present in the cabin in the moments immediately after ink was spilled. Alright, yes, it was me. I did it. Everything. I arranged everything in that student's cabin to make it look like a wardrobe man did it. Then I pressed button to make Puria to emergency stop, and both cabin doors shut. I did everything so no one would suspect or injure. Beth, please. Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty, patrolling passageway. Then our angel came to me. She was white like shit. Sorry if I pronounced that wrongly. Beef, please, you must help me. I went with her. The door to cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, I saw student boy on floor. What happened here? Please, don't tell anyone. My little one, my little furry friend. Everything that happened in cabin is like Angel told you. The kitten escaped through the ventilator in Mr. Arasugi's cabin. Then he tripped over it and broke his neck when he fell to the... sorry. Then he tripped over it and broke his neck when he fell to the floor. Yes, that is right. I got carried away, speaking in that Russian accent. Oh, Hosonaga. So, after the incident when the cat ran away, Miss Palova went visited the cabin next to hers. Only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor. She said she was worried when she heard the sound of something falling through. What? That's when she went to do look. No, Angel? The door was not locked, so she opened to look, and you already know what happened after. There's just one thing. You and mine. What? When you went to Mr. Asugi's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? Why? I already told you. When Nina opened the door of good students, I was asking Miss Pavlova. Well, Miss Pavlova? Oh. Yes, that is right. I saw him. It was dark and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. I was scared. I understand, and I believe you. So is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Kazuma's death at last? Ah, something very nearly slipped my mind. Oh, Mr. Sholmes? This photograph. Yes, I took this myself, you know. The cause of death was a broken neck, therefore the victim died instantly. And the unfortunate incident that precipitated this event, a kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, there is one particular area in this photograph that seems to be somewhat unnatural. What do you mean unnatural? What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh. Well, wait a moment. Sorry about that. I had something to do. But let us continue. Oh well. If Kazuma tripped and fell and by some terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck, which part of this photograph print seems unnatural? I assume because he's not on his back? Yeah. Here? It must be here, surely. Ah, no, it's wrong. Damn. Good. No! I think it's... I don't want to read this. This didn't happen. Imagine if you were losing your footing yourself. What if your hand? You look like the sort of fellow who stumbles with some regularity. Alright, I know the clue, alright? Maybe it's this. Face? Can't be face. Wait, not the hand. Which part of this photograph print seems unnatural? The hand? Yes. Alright, if he really fell due to an unfortunate accident, then this fist just doesn't seem quite right. I'm right. Sort of. The exact same thought occurred to me. In a fall, one's instinct is to open the palms flat, right? Is it? Oh, I am not sure. Yet here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into a fist. Almost, you might say, as though he were gripping something. What do you mean? Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago. You did? And what, pray, do you imagine I found there, my dear fellow? Mr. Sholmes, show us, please. Why, of course, my dear madam, would I keep you in suspense? This is what I found. A crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle. Yes, you're right, a crescent moon. It's very pretty, but what does it tell us? It tells us nothing. I'm not so sure. That crescent moon looks familiar somehow. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. Observation, Mr. Naruhodo, that is the key. What? The truth is now tantalizingly close. How did a crescent moon come to be in Kazuma's clenched fist? This is the final clue, the last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it? And observe, find the answer with your own eyes. It's... Here! Pretend! Left ear. Miss Pavlova, on your ear there. I see you have a crescent moon as well. Oh! What? And on your other ear, there seems to be a crescent moon missing. The little link holding it on must have broken, I suppose. Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there's only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. Miss Pavlova, Mr. Asogi must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. Perhaps just moments before he fell to the floor. In other words, last night in Mr. Asogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. But then the question is, why did Mr. Asogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments? Oh no. Angel? No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma? So no trial? Blasphemy. When I think about everything, I guess it's Pavlova. When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge jeep. And then, when I was at last in this cabin and I could relax after this horrible long day. Darka, wait! I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy, but nothing worked. Darka would not come back. Who is it? Inspect. Wait. What are you doing? Kazuma's voice. How is it? What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. The young man from your country, he was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Darka, and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, and I was going to leave the man's cabin, just a moment, sorry, but... Oh, yes? I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Of course. You're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina. Huh? No, don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the far away is no Russian ballerina? Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But what are you doing here on this ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. I see. So you've run away. Please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. He's going to pull that cord. He's going to tell the captain. Why did I think I could trust him? Then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait! I shouted, and then Darka jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. And as he turned around to look at me, I pushed him. I don't even know why. I don't even know why I did it. I was just so scared. And I had to stop him from telling anyone about me. And that's when you went to fetch help from Seaman Stroganoff, who was on duty out in the passageway. I heard Nina cry out and thud on the floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at the cabin door, shaking like a leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me, Biff. If they find out, I will be... Please, I have nowhere to go." So you decided to help. And that's when you arranged things in Kazuma's cabin to make it look like I did it, so that no one would suspect the passenger in the cabin next door. Yes, I went into cabin and I looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. And then I found Stowaway in wardrobe, still sleeping. Right, that's when he found me. So we worked out a plan to lay the blame on the Stowaway. I closed wardrobe store and put back strange paper sign. Luckily for me, that's the only reason Susato-san started to believe me when I said I was innocent. I dragged the young man's body to a good place and used ink that was spilling to write on the floor. I wrote "Garderobe" so that person who found him would look inside wardrobe and find Stowaway. And tell me, one of the glass bell. It was by my feet, so I picked it up. I see. But it was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half. Then Angel went back to her cabin and I finished job by pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway. Okay, I'm not sure how to say that. Yes. Accordingly, the SS Berea did indeed come to an emergency halt at a little after 2 a.m., thus enticing the bolt on the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery. There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova. What? Well, you say that you told Kazuma about the fact that you'd run away from your homeland. And, and it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right? Yes. But even if he had pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Why would that have been a problem? It was what he said first that made me scared. What he said first. What are you doing at this time of night, Inspector? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. He said an inspector was his friend. Oh, yes, meaning me. Who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard? I thought that if police knew about me, they would arrest me. So before he could pull the bell cord, May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Asugi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know. What? What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I can't know for certain, but he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done it. No, he was walking over to it. He was going to pull the cord. He was going to make them send me back. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the day's work is not yet done, it seems. There's one more deduction to make. What? Another deduction? Yes. What action was the victim really about to take at that moment? Can we determine whether the young man's gaze was directed? First, consider the victim's location within this cabin. I like the music. That's easy. I remember every detail of that room. I mean, yes, I spent quite a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still, that cabin has been my home for this entire voyage. So this is how the cabin looked at last night, when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama. Yes, it's exactly how it was. Are you ready then, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, if there's one thing I've learned today, it's that a simple gaze can reveal all manners of truths. And not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out of even by a little bit when you're following the gaze where it lands. So, when you turn away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kazuma looking at? He was looking at me! The wardrobe! Because you know, we are very good friends. Considering everything that had happened last night, certainly it may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord. Yes, however... what is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe. The wardrobe? And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? Man's great friend, sleeping soundly. Miss Pavlova, please, think back very carefully. What were Misasugi's exact words last night? Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. Another opinion? Yes, but not from a member of the crew. No, Mr. Asugi intended to consult his close friend on the matter. To see if, between them, they might be able to help him in some way, no doubt. Oh no. Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. But I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Asugi was looking at. Things may have ended very differently if you had. It's very sad. Miss Pavlova, I want to thank you for your finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is a man lost his life because of what you did. And that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that. I'm sorry. Really, I'm so sorry. What have I done? And so, at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on the SS Buria was finally laid to rest. 9th January, 7:14 p.m. SS Buria First Class. Are we done? Are we finally done? If so, I would like to end this episode because we are almost out of time. And yes, so we have to continue this in next episode. So thank you for watching. Hope you are enjoying this. I'm kinda okay now, I guess. Mr. Show seems to be not too obnoxious, arrogant, oblivious, a nincompoop. Anyways, we'll continue this next episode. So take care, stay hopeful, but be critical. Bye bye.